best rate. If you want to send money to Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, anywhere in Africa, download Afriex today. We have the best rate. Transactions are ridiculously fast. Yes. Ridiculously fast.
Yes.
Within 10 seconds, money has arrived. You've sent happiness home. All right?
Hey people, if you know you are a Nigerian in Canada, Africans, whatever continent you're from, I need to tell you about the Afriex app. It's going to help you to be able to transfer and convert your CADs to whatever currency you want to convert it to. You don't have any excuse to send your people money. Don't gonna say, oh, you need to have a CD account or dollar account. You can use it and send money to them in whatever currency. So download that app and start sending them money. Don't be stingy.
Don't be stingy. I hope you have downloaded the Afriex app. I and my family use Afriex to send money around the world. And if you use Afriex, you are not just getting best rate in town, you are also likely to get a bonus from Afriex. Afriex will be awarding many of you bonuses of $50 to $100 if you send money. And this is aside from you getting the best rate. So please make sure you download the Afriex app and use it to send money from US, from Canada, from Europe to different parts of the world.
Welcome to Choco Millionaire. If today is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Choco, and you're catching me live as a driver on the Canadian Highway, Queen Elizabeth Highway. That's the name of this highway. Driving towards Toronto at the moment. So, yeah, join me as we vlog along and drive as well. Okay, all right. I want to welcome my old viewers as well. If you've been watching this channel as well, thanks for staying. This is a live broadcast. This is not a pre-recorded. This is a live broadcast, and I know some of you are looking forward to what's new from Canada, because with Canada everything is changing every day. No, so what's new? I'm going to go through some few things or updates that are coming up so long as Canada's immigration is concerned. We'll talk about a few other things there, and then I'll also tell you about an interesting partnership that I am lining up for you starting on the 1st of March. On this platform, you've seen me bring or interview or partner with education consultants who help people find schools here in Canada and stuff like that. But you've never seen me work with or bring on board on my channel an immigration consultant, isn't it? I have not interviewed any immigration consultant on this platform or endorsed anybody in that capacity recommending that you work. And that is because of a couple of reasons. Because it's an area that I don't like to play with. If you're not careful recommending and then you don't recommend the right people and people get screwed up, it's all coming back, all right? People be like, oh, Choco, you are the one who recommended us. So for the last 4 years or so, since I started this channel, I have tried my best not to get myself involved with immigration consultants, knowing how corrupt some of them are, charging all kinds of ridiculous monies to help people here and there, LMI, what have you. But anyway, hey, by the way, if you are watching this, let me know if the sound is coming good. I think I'm getting a feedback that the sound is not coming good. So please comment and let me know if the sound is coming good. The sound is good, okay? Glorious Anthony, I can see you. If you're watching this, kindly do me a favor. I'm driving, sometimes it messes up with the sound, especially this very car that I'm using. Somebody said the sound is not good. My wife is saying the sound is not good. People say it's good. Should I continue? Yeah. I know anytime I use this particular SUV to record, I have sound issues. But when I use the Honda Odyssey, it's much better. So forgive me, I switch cars, so it might be affecting the sound. Now, the moment you notice the sound is not stable, with so many people in the past, I took a bit of time to, decide on working with these people in coming days. Save this on your calendar. On the 1st of March, I will be bringing you a live interview with this immigration consulting firm, and then we'll talk sort judicial reviews here and there, and I've had doing my best. As I told you, for some reason, anytime I broadcast in this particular car, either the camera mount doesn't work well and it affects the sound, so I'm a little bit worried when I broadcast, but unfortunately I had to use that car today. So let me know if I'm good, okay? I took time to check them out, check what they do, check to make sure that they have integrity, check to make sure that they are people that I can be able to put out there and know that I can go and sleep, you know? Because it's not easy endorsing people. You endorse people, they go screw up and they all come back to you, isn't it? And I was impressed with what I saw. 90% approval rating so far. 90% visa approval rating as well. Meaning that the chances of getting visas approved so high. I have also seen them work with people who follow me. In fact, I had people reach out to me and say, Choco, I never had an interest of jackbarring to Canada until I came across your live videos. After watching your videos, my spirit was fired up. I decided to try. Okay, I'll take a deep look into this. Did my own research, and I said, you know what, guys, it's about time I put them out there for you to also enjoy. Of course, they are not going to do things for you for free, but you are rest assured that you are working with trusted hands, people who are professional, have integrity, and understand the immigration system here and the Immigration Act, and will do the very best to put your interests out there and make sure that you present a strong visa application. If there is any time at all for you to consider putting strong application out, this is about the time. We are talking about times where Canada's visa approval in general has gone down, where people are refused visas even when they put the strongest of visa applications together. Strong documentation financially, stronger proof of funds, stronger source of income, ability to pay the tuition or finance the cost of a travel if it's a visitor's visa, but still people are getting refusals, and sometimes you just don't know which way to go. That is why you probably want to consider working with experts who themselves cannot guarantee you the visa anyway, because they are not immigration visa officers. However, they are likely going to help you understand how these decisions are made, so that even when you think that, hey, I think I made the eligibility to get this particular visa, I think I have met the requirements, where did I go wrong? How can I also use other options? Do I need to seek a judicial review, for example? Do I need to maybe go through this process or due process? Did the visa officer give my file the needed review? Or it was just one of those things that they just quickly go through, you know, whether with Chinook or whatever system, you know what I mean? Hey, all I'm trying to say here is that I am excited to unleash that immigration expert on this platform. Stay tuned. 1st of March, put the date down. March 1st, 2025. Yours truly will bring you that live interview. I think there is a situation going on with a truck ahead. It's pulling over, so every car is slowing down. I might as well just switch lane. I want to be. Oh, he has a flat tire. I think he has a flat tire. Oh yeah, I think he has a flat tire. I think he has a flat tire. Anyway, okay, so 1st March, keep your calendar open. Mountain time, about 12 o'clock thereabout, so that should be around maybe 2 p.m. Eastern time. That should also be around maybe a 7 p.m. Ghana time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. If we're in Kenya, that should be pushing close to what? Midnight thereabout. I want you to keep your calendar open for that live interview. It's going to be live on my channel. Stay tuned wherever you're watching from right now. I will bring you that live interview. Now, this particular company I'm talking about also are one of the top education consultancy firms out here. So They have all these kind of partnerships with several schools here in Canada, and will help you assess your options in terms of which school will be the good fit for me, based on my academic credentials, my work experience, and what I intend to do by studying in Canada. They will. I've personally seen them help some of my followers who have successfully relocated to Canada, and I've actually been in contact with them since they relocated to Canada as well. In fact, one of the gentlemen called me and said, Choco, thank you so much. I am here today with my wife, my family, because of your videos. And then this particular company helped me to also land the visa and the admission as well. So yes, I will be bringing them as well for them to talk about what they do and how you can take advantage to get your schools, right? Which program should I study, given all the changes that are happening now in Canada? Is the school fees even for me? Is there a scholarship option I can explore? How much will it cost me to even apply? What are my chances? I don't want to just put an application out there and not get the admission. Do I have a better chance of getting admission? Is there an application fee to apply to the school or the program? I will be bringing them on the 1st of March. They have built this incredible platform that you can use to do everything Canada immigration and study, meaning that a platform where you can literally go there and apply to different schools. You are seeing all the schools and you have the opportunity to just select from the bunch of them, apply one shot, upload your own documents. You have an opportunity to use their immigration services as well. You can subscribe to their platform. And when you subscribe, you have the opportunity to use the variety of services they provide. Is that immigration services? Do you need somebody to walk you through, guide you through, make sure that you have the right documents in place, everything fact checked, you have your checklist all dotted nicely, checked, you know what I mean? These guys are there to help you. I know you are asking, which company is this? Keep your fingers crossed. March 1st is the date. They will be on this platform to talk about what they do and how you can be with them. So keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed, okay? Now, on that day, this is what I expect or I anticipate happening. When we go live and I begin to interview them, there is a likelihood that many of you will go right away to their platform, wanting to register, wanting to apply, wanting to, maybe start right away because you've heard Choco talk about them, and then you want to give it a shot. You want to increase your chance of maybe getting your visa approved. Now that Canada is refusing left, right, center, even with the strongest of documents, right? There will be traffic that day, meaning that there will be a lot of people trying to probably go on the website to try and register. Just as a heads up, the app, the website they've built is only friendly on a laptop, meaning you're going to need a desktop or a laptop to actually open it. They are still working and fine-tuning some few things for the mobile versions to be released. So that day, some of you will be trying to log in and stuff on your phone. Highly recommended you do it on your desktop or your computers or your laptops. All right, so those of you who are looking forward to that March 1st conversation, you probably want to just make sure you have a laptop with some internet there, so that if you want to just go on there and start doing your stuff, you are better off using your computer instead of a mobile, because they haven't released the mobile versions yet, okay? So stay tuned to that, okay? That is the first. Immigration consultant with a legal background, with an educational consulting or agency license, several schools in Canada on their list, several schools where you're working through your admissions and getting them within record time or record admission processing time. The stress of which school should I apply to, should I use an agent, that is gone. Of course, you might be okay, but Choco, if this immigration consultants we are going to use, we have to go to their websites and maybe subscribe to be one of their clients and even use their services. There might be fees involved. Is that not the same thing as an agent? Yes, you're right. That sounds almost like an agent. The only difference here is that you are using Canadian certified immigration consultants with the right background who understand the system, who are helping you. They are not visa officers themselves, but these are people who understand that they do this. Remember what I said? When I did my research, I found out they have a 90% visa approval rate. That is incredible. Keyword here is 90% visa approval rate. This is not me doing a sales page trying to just market something to you. No. I am telling you, we are living in times where visa approval is relatively low, really low. I've seen people who have the right documents, and I could barely see a reason why an officer will refuse them a visa. But thank God I'm not an immigration visa officer. They alone know why they refuse the visa, right? People are putting strong documents together and they are still getting refused. And they're wondering, what else can I do to get this visa, right? Probably you want to just talk to people who have a different kind of eye and see things better and know the different ways you can go to make sure that your chances are higher. 90% visa approval rating. And some of the people who have benefited from them are my own followers who said, Choco, your video got us started, but we know you don't do this kind of stuff, applying for helping people to apply and stuff like that. So we decided to use these guys, and then look, we are happy to tell you that they are credible, they are legit, they have integrity. We would like you to probably get your followers to know more about them as well. So all right, let's do this. So that is a conversation. If you're liking this video already, make sure you are hitting the like button. Share it with your friends, post them in your WhatsApp groups, and let people know. That is the first update. Look forward to the date, March 1st, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Mountain Time, Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. Ghana time, 7 p.m. Ghana time on March 1st, 8 p.m. Nigeria time, and I believe around maybe 1 a.m. thereabout Kenyan time, East Africa. Stay tuned for that live broadcast. Second update: Canada's Immigration Commission, or the government of Canada, has decided to increase the slot of people they want to give permanent residency from the country of Sudan. If you are from Sudan or you know friends in Sudan, this is probably a good time for you to tag them in this video. So Sudan is going through some crisis right now. You know, Sudan separated some time back, and the country has gone through, or is still going through, some security challenges. Canada's government decided that they were going to help the refugees there, or the many people whose lives have been displaced, families whose lives have been displaced, by creating an immigration program to have them come to Canada, relocate to Canada as permanent residents. So the program was launched, and about 3,000 or so people were eligible to apply. Several people applied, but ultimately they were going to consider about 3,500 thereabout people for permanent residency to come into Canada as refugees under this new program. The newest update is that Canada's government, Ottawa, which is the seat of government, has decided to increase the slot from the 3,500 thereabout to 5,000, meaning we're going to have about 1,500 more potential refugees coming from Sudan to Canada as permanent residents. All you need to do is to visit the Canadian immigration website, check their requirements. You ought to be a Sudanese citizen or national. You ought to be affected by the current situation. You know what I'll do? I'll post the link of this particular update and on my channel. So make sure you check it. Check the description box or under the title. If you're watching this, I will post it there. Check it out on YouTube under the description box when this video is over. If you try checking it now, you will not see it because I've not included the link at the moment. But you will see it as soon as this video is done and I'm off the road. I will include the links there, announcing that they are bringing in an extra 1,500 plus people as permanent residents into Canada as refugees under this particular program. Okay, that is the second update. So that should be some good news if you are a Sudanese person affected by the situation there, hoping to probably relocate to Canada. That is it for you. All right. The next update, probably not an important, probably not the same as this. The next one has to do with a protest and a legal battle going on right now in Canada. Families of Gaza from Palestine or Gaza have decided to sue the government of Canada's immigration for not doing enough to issue visas or help them relocate to come to Canada. That is a legal battle going on right now. I won't talk too much about that, but I believe their position is that Canada should do more to help relocate as many people as possible whose families have been affected back home in Palestine and Gaza, given what is going on right now between Israel and Palestine. So yeah, that is much more of a legal update. It's still ongoing. I don't know how it's gonna go, but hey, that is just the latest from that side. Now, in the month of March as well, Canada's home care PR program will go live towards the end of March. Keep your fingers crossed. They have not given an explicit detail on the requirements, like A to Z requirement. So right now we can only speculate and guess that the requirements could be closer or similar to the pilot program that they did somewhere a couple of years ago and ended the last June. The basic requirements could potentially be, I'm not saying this will be emphatically the case, it could potentially be a minimum education level of secondary school. You might need to do an education credential assessment with WES, which stands for which stands for World Education Services. WES. If you're looking for the website, it is WES.org. The S in there is S as in Sierra or Sam or Solomon. WES.org. That is the website. If you go there and you're looking to evaluate your academic certificates, you will need to create an account with them and choose the option for immigration for permanent residency, and then evaluate your credentials. My belief is that if they open this, it will close real fast. It will get filled real quick, because there are many people who have been waiting on the sidelines for this program. Most especially our Indian brothers, who are the majority of people here in Canada when immigration comes in. So some of them are ready. People have their credentials assessed already, and they are just waiting. All right. If you did not do your high school education in Canada, you will need to have your credentials you can use to evaluate. The most popular one is if within 30 days they come back and say they've gotten their target, people have applied, they are closing it down. Why? Because people have been ready and ready and ready, just waiting. The next potential requirement could be a language test. In Canada, if you want to be a permanent resident, you need to have a language test done. The only people who I believe are excluded from this are people who are asylum seekers hoping to become permanent residents or refugees here in Canada. They may have an exemption, but if you are not an asylum seeker, then you ought to be having your language test result ready. When it comes to language test in Canada for immigration, you want to take the general test exams. If it is IELTS, which some people call IELTS, some people also tend to call it IELTS, whichever one is your pronunciation, make sure you are doing the IELTS general, not the IELTS academic. Why am I saying so? I'm not saying this because I've seen the requirement. I'm saying this because this very immigration program, which is the child care permanent residence program, is geared towards permanent residency. So there is all likelihood that a language test will be needed, and that language test will not be the language test which is for the academic folks. but the one for the general. So IELTS general, not IELTS academic. Okay, IELTS general, not IELTS academic. Somebody said repeat the website. The website is WES.org. Somebody should write it down in the comment section. W for Washington, E for Egypt, S for Sudan, .O for Oscar, R for Romeo, G for Ghana, WES.org. That is the most popular one that people use to evaluate. The average cost of evaluating your credentials or your certificate is about $200 and something thereabout. It takes an average of 1 month to do it. Remember, you must select that you're using it for immigration purposes, permanent residence, especially if you're looking to apply for this care program when it comes to. Remember, there's just one potential requirement. The second one is a language test. If you're doing your language test, please endeavor to do the general or take the chance of doing the general. I believe, I suspect, I'm not saying this on authority, I suspect it is the general one that will be required, not the academic one. I suspect. I just have that strong in. Why? Because, and my reason is because, well, this is a PR program, not a schooling one. So most likely, that is why I'm making my analysis like that, okay? So here, decide on which one to write. Remember, if you are already living in Canada, and maybe you hold a work visa, and you also have maybe some experience or trying to take advantage of this care program for PR, and you're looking to, you can also take the other types of language tests, which are recognized under the Canadian Immigration for permanent residents. Other programs aside from IELTS General are the CELPIP General. You can also do the CELPIP General, not the academic. And then I believe they also have the Pearson, the PTE as well, the General, okay? So, hey, this might be the time for you to get things done. I suspect that when they open it, those who are more likely to be ready with all their credentials are likely to be the ones who can say they are putting the application, right? If you don't have your documents ready, I don't just see how you can take advantage of this. So if you be eyeing this from a while and you think you have the qualifications to take advantage of it, hey, you might as well just go ahead and start preparing yourself, okay? All right, that is about the second requirement, potential requirement. Remember, I'm using the keywords here, potential, so that you don't say Choco said, Canada Immigration said these are the requirements. I said potential, meaning I'm just trying to assume by taking a good guess, okay? The third potential requirement will be a valid or a relevant work experience. They could potentially say that those who will be applying for this caregiver PR program should be people who have some experience doing this job. So maybe you have experience as a care worker, maybe you've been working in the UK or other countries as a care worker, you have all kinds of education credentials to back it up. I'm not talking about those roadside credentials that were created from the bus stop in Lagos by your agent. Those are bogus certificates that nobody recognizes. We're talking about globally recognized credentials, okay? So don't go and deceive yourself that my agent did some certificate for me. Nobody will likely consider that. In Canada here, when it comes to credentials, they are looking at things that are recognized. That is why even your own education, if it was not done in Canada, they want it to be evaluated by an institution that is globally recognized. So I'm saying this and stressing this because I know agents will take advantage. When I say agents, illegal agents who are not immigration consultants, who are operating. Some of them are watching my video right now because they are so ignorant. Some of them don't know what the heck is coming next. So they are watching Choco Millionaire carefully. They have a notebook right now. They are bookmarking the video. They are not even using their real names to follow me. They are using some useless social media names to follow me. They are gathering information. They have their guys ready who are going to package this and then they'll put it on Instagram. You know what I mean? They'll put it, they'll market it. They say, oh, Canada caregiver, cost, blah, blah, blah. As we are talking right now, some of you have already paid 1 million naira in Nigeria or about $1,000 or $300 in Ghana to your agent to issue you some certificate. You haven't even bothered to find out whether these are globally recognized certificates, whether they are legit. Okay, no problem. All right, me have said my own already, okay? So, some relevant work experience could be needed. And the work experience, in my opinion, keyword, opinion, could be based on a proven work experience. you've been doing this already as a caregiver. You've been doing it already. Maybe you just happen to be in Canada and you've already been working as a caregiver. You have the training already professionally for it, right? You're just waiting. Or you are doing caregiving, or you've done caregiving, but from another country. Let's say UK, where a lot of caregivers are right now, isn't it? My UK people, they watch them. All right. So UK, you did they do caregiving, but you don't know what next in terms of immigration documents. When you say the Canada one, can you say, Charlie, by me, I get UK work experience as a caregiver. Make I take go apply something. All right. So maybe that work experience could help because you've worked with real companies in UK. If they need to verify the companies, they can call them. Isn't it? No be so? They can call and check the companies that you said you've worked with. Isn't it? You can put it on the CV. No be so? Okay. So if that's your situation, that work experience could be deemed as relevant. If you work in Canada as a caregiver and you use the appropriate documentation to get those jobs as caregiver, this could also be relevant, as those companies you work with can easily go on your CV and can help you make a good case for yourself. Relevant work experience. Now, how many years of work experience, nobody knows, but my guess is that probably a minimum of 1 year could be good. I'm not too sure about it, but I'm guessing just maybe a 1 year work experience as a caregiver could be good, or maybe, who knows, it could increase it to 2 years. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Fourth potential requirement. The fourth potential requirement is, in my opinion, the hardest, and that requirement could be a job offer. Now, you want to come and work in Canada as a caregiver. You also want to come to Canada and get a permanent residence on the spot when you arrive as a caregiver. No be so? Now, where will you work with? Who will you be working with? Show us proof that you have a job offer. Now, this is real job offer. So if you have a job offer, that will be it. Now, the challenge here is, Choco, how do I get this job offer? Let me recommend an old video I've done for you. If you go on my YouTube channel and you type Choco and you leave a space and you type millionaire, those of you who cannot spell Choco, we'll see how far with that. Go and write Choco and see whether the video will pop up for you. You type Choco, you leave space, you type millionaire, and then you write find any job as a title in addition to it. So Choco millionaire, find any job. You will see a video that I did showing you how to use some of the top recruiting websites to find any kind of job. In fact, if you can go back and watch that video on my YouTube channel and if you can go back and watch that video on my YouTube channel and customize it, instead of maybe looking for a general labor job, customize it this time to a care job, you will likely be in a better position to find care jobs in Canada that have openings. I think I have about 3 videos on how to find jobs as a nanny, as a caregiver. All you have to do is to go back and watch. On YouTube, type Choco millionaire, leave a space, and add find any job. That video will pop up. I think I have 2 or 3 videos on this topic alone. Use that video, sit your bum down, watch it A to Z, and tell yourself, okay, so when I watched this video, Choco was looking for other jobs like maybe a general laborer, right? Okay, so how about I change the general laborer in the search to caregiver or care worker, and then you see what you're going to find on the website there. Hopefully, I'm also able to find some time to create a much newer video in the future to help you find care jobs here in Canada. That aspect is the most difficult part because it's not easy to apply. It's easy to apply, but it's not easy to get a positive feedback. Where positive feedback means you got a response from an employer or a recruiter. They said they like your CV, they want to probably give you an opportunity for an interview, and then what have you. You also will need to probably put a CV together. I have a video on how to create a CV. If you type Choco millionaire and leave a space and you type CV, you get it. In fact, on that same website that I use, there is an option where you can get a template of a Canadian CV. Even if you don't know how to do it, you can simply go on Google and type sample Canadian CV. Sample Canadian CV. Download this and then There you go. Remember, in Canada, we do not put irrelevant information on CV. Most companies no longer manually review CVs. They use softwares. They use softwares to review CVs. So the software is looking for keywords or relevant words on your CV. If the software doesn't say, they will skip. Irrelevant words should not make it on your CV. Irrelevant words such as my gender, I'm a male, I'm a female, or I don't know my gender, I'm binary, I'm non-binary, or I am a something. Hey, these things are not relevant. We don't put them on CV here in Canada. My religion, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a Taekwondo, I believe in Taekwondo. Say those things irrelevant. We don't put them on CV. In Ghana, I'm used to seeing these things on CV. Here in Canada, we don't put this stuff on CV. Religion, irrelevant. Marital status, single, married, irrelevant. You don't put this stuff on CV. Photo ID. Oh, let me put a nice picture of me, posing nicely. Maybe the employer will like my picture when they say irrelevant. You go and put these things there, you are undermining your own self. In Canada, we don't put these things on CV. You don't go and put a nice picture like that, your slave queen pictures, you know, those ones that you use all kinds of filters, Snapchat filters and whatever. You're gonna put it there for us. When the software sees that kind of picture, they will even skip your CV. I'm being serious, by the way. So yeah, I don't recommend putting that there. Okay. All right. The next information you don't want to put is nationality. Oh, Ghanaian, Zimbabwean, Ethiopian, from Rwanda. No, irrelevant. They don't want you know. They don't want that. They don't want none of where your nationality is. They don't care. You see? So no sex, no gender. Anyway, you see, I'm giving you CV tips. This is not a CV video, so I'll skip it. Go and watch my video on CV, and then you can get yourself going on that. Right? Create it. That is why I said, even if you don't want to watch a video on how to create a CV, at least go on Google and type sample Canadian CV. Download it, sit down, and put your CV together. Since you intend to apply for a care job, you probably want to make sure you are listing your caregiving experience as well. All right? Imagine if I pick your CV and you're applying for a care job, and then when I look on there, I can't find any relevant experience related to care. The software that is scanning the CV will likely skip your CV, isn't it? All right? If what I say is a bank manager, construction, but then I cannot find anything related to care, that you've done caregiving, I don't know how you're going to be. Anyway, that's it. My opinion, by the way. Driving. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about, I've talked about the job offer side, is that be vigilant. Don't fall for agents who are not Canadian certified professionals, deceiving you that they are going to give you caregiver job. If you go and fall for it, please make sure you don't come back and complain here. If you are signing up to an agent telling you they will give you a caregiver job, you alone should enjoy the outcome. If you get it, good luck to that. If you get it, if you don't get it, please make sure you don't come and complain here, because when you come, we will all laugh at you together. All right? It's easy to lose money when you get all these kind of promises coming your way that are getting. Most of these guys don't even live in Canada, and they are promising you all kind of things. They will give you a fake job offer. You know, they will give you a company, and then, you know, how do you know if you are getting a fake job offer? Oh, you know, we have seen your this thing and we like you so much. We want to employ you as a caregiver. The salary, and then you start a very good salary. The salary is $30 per hour. You know, very, very good salary. The average caregiving salary here, unless you are in a remote rural area here, it's not up to $30. The average caregiving salary is about what? $19 to $22 or $23 thereabout. But then this agent who want to deceive you has put a salary of $30, $35. You see, you have already used your calculator to do all your budget. Say, hey, the thing goes sweet though. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. So just be careful. Those kind of job offers where you don't go for an interview, they are also red flags. So you were just there, and then you randomly got an email. You didn't apply. You know yourself. You didn't apply. All of a sudden, you are getting some strange email coming to you. Job offer. But you didn't apply, and you are just there. You they see say manna they drop for heavy job, just they chase you like that. And the job is not even coming from Ghana, my republic, or where John Mahama is doing things. You see, they come from Canada where the things say we are interested in you. Say just like that. Hey, Charlie, 2025, the miracles deal. Anyway, People they do. You see some people they'll screenshot. They'll take a screenshot. Oh, Choco, hey, I received this email. Oh, he say a job offer. Is it true? What that shala? Minimba analysis. Minimba check ambo. Eh? And then those people, do you know how they you know whether when they are ready to be scammed? They will always go in the WhatsApp group or on a social media platform, and then they will go and screenshot. So Choco, I got a job offer. Or is it true? So I asked myself, so how did you get a job offer? Did you apply? Yes or no? You didn't apply. Okay, did you subscribe to that particular email address? You didn't subscribe. So you are just there and then randomly somebody got your email and then they are sending you a job offer. And you have not asked yourself whether this is normal. You see what I mean? So anyway, that's just my tip there. A lot of you will be scammed. Why? Because promise of what? You see what they did in UK? Caregiver, where people were scammed, 10,000 pounds, 15,000 pounds, caregiver job. Many will fall for it. That's one of the things I fear will happen here when Canada launches this program, right? People will fall for the scams from agents that there is a job in Canada, there is a job. Some of you will end up in Afriex thinking that you are coming to Canada. The agent will tell you your visa is ready, you are going to Canada for before you realize you are in you are buying acheke in Ivory Coast, Abidjan. If you are not careful, they will beat you on top of it as well, and then they will take all your money from you. I'm not just talking. This is what is happening to a lot of people in Ghana who have been promised jobs in Canada only for them to find themselves that they were transiting Ghana to Canada and then they ended up in Ivory Coast and they have been scammed. All right. Anyway, that is it, by the way. So 4 potential requirements. Now, there could also be an option where they will allow people to gain work experience, especially those who don't have the work experience. That was something they did when they did a pilot 2, 3, 4 years ago. They had an option where people did not have the work experience as caregivers, but then if they can get a job offer, they could acquire the work experience whilst doing the job. We call that the gaining experience category of the caregiver program. All right. There is a likelihood they might bring that option back. I just cannot give you a percentage of likelihood, but there is a likelihood they might bring it back. So let's keep fingers crossed. Let's keep fingers what? Crossed, okay? All right, so that is it about that. What about, okay. So gaining experience for those who don't have the caregiver experience could be featuring when they launch it. Then, what about international students? I know somebody has a question. Choco, could they open this for international students? Well, my guess would be probably, my opinion will be based on the previous one. Man, Charlie, based on the previous pilot that they did, if that should be a yardstick to be used, or they should use the same rubric or the same criteria, there is a high chance they will exclude international students who are enrolled in a full-time program. There is a likelihood they will exclude them. And there could be a couple of reasons why they may exclude international students. First of all, international students are not allowed to work full-time right now in Canada. International students are allowed to work only 24 hours a week. But this program requires a full-time job offer in it. Yeah. This program requires, hey, sorry about my eye, in Apollo. I've got in Apollo. If you know the name of Apollo in there. English, you can write it. You see my right eye is swollen a little bit, so forgive me on that. The pilot program they did a couple of years back, which ended last June, they restricted international students from taking part. And the rationale there is that these guys are full-time students. They are enrolled, taking program, they are studying. Why should we burden them with another full-time work? No, it just doesn't. It undermines the international student program in some way. So there is a high chance they will restrict. I just suspect they might restrict international students from applying. Just because right now, international students are not allowed to work full-time. They are only allowed to work a maximum of 24 hours. But one of the potential requirements of this program is a full-time job offer. So if you compare the two, does it work? Full-time job offer versus your visa does not allow you to work full-time hours. That is why I suspect they might restrict international students from applying. However, any other person, could be maybe you're on a visitor's visa, You are already in Canada visiting. Could you apply for those jobs? Yes, you can apply because you are not excluded from applying, isn't it? You are on a work visa, which is not maybe a closed work permit. Maybe you are on an open work permit, spousal work permit. You are looking for, maybe this could also be the chance to target those kind of care jobs, right? And then see if it works for you. Or maybe you are not yet in Canada. You don't even have a visa at all. You don't even have a visa at all. You are in a foreign country outside of Canada, US, wherever. Can you also do this? Yes, given the potential requirements I talked about, you could probably take advantage of this. When it launches, we'll talk about. Right now, everything I just said is mere speculation, but let's just see how it goes. So that is the other update. The final update I should give, I think I talked about it already. Visa approval rates are so low right now, so low. You probably have to have a lot of courage to be applying. Few people are getting it on the first attempt. Some people have had to go for Second World War, Third World War. You understand what I mean by that? Basically trying to say you may need to reapply and stuff. So that is why I want to bring this immigration consultant who has all this experience and resources to so that those of you who think you need them, I'm not saying all of you should go and use them, but those of you who think you might be in need of that kind of professional expert guidance, you go and use them, all right, to improve your chances of getting your visas there. All right, the last but not the least, you already know lots of schools in Canada have shut down majority of their programs. So many schools in Canada have shut down their programs. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get out of the car. This is a live broadcast. A lot of schools in Canada have closed down programs, and on daily basis we are seeing more and more schools, especially colleges, closing down their programs. Some of them are closing down about what, 30%, 40%, 50% of their programs. Some people have received letters telling them your program is no longer going to be active, so consider a different program or something else. Majority of the workers have also been laid off. People have been laid off, right? There is a news article that I read yesterday, and a school was literally trying to buy out the contracts of the employees. What does it mean? It simply means the school is negotiating with the staff, the lecturers, the faculty members, the workers there, to buy them out. That, hey, we cannot continue employing you because we've lost our base, which is the international students. The government is not issuing the visas. So let me clarify here. Has Canada stopped issuing visas? No, Canada is still issuing visas. However, it is the volume of approvals that has gone down. The volume of people coming to the country has gone down, right? And so that has affected so many schools because the schools were making a lot of money out of this. On a yearly basis, the government of Canada was making about $24 billion a year. Did you hear the numbers there? $24 billion. That is even the official one. So we are not talking about the unofficial monies that the government doesn't know. The ones that go to agents and your friends. Some of your friends who are here in Canada as international students, they are also working as agents. Don't be so. Do you know that is how some of them are paying their school fees? You've been wondering. Some of the international students here who are watching me right now, some of them are watching me. They are currently studying here. They cannot pay their school fees. It is your money that they are going to rely on to pay their. How are they? What do I mean by this? When you see their status on WhatsApp, they are posting Canada post, yay, swag, Canada swag, winter post, and you see it, and then you comment on their status on Instagram, and then you message Charlie, how you go? If you come there, and then they say, oh, Charlie, I can help you. Pay $5,000, $6,000. You see, those students who have turned themselves into agents, that is how they are paying their school fees, because all they need is to do it for 2 or 3 people. Then they get about 15, 16,000. They use it to pay their school fees. That is how most of the international students are surviving. Did you hear what I said? Majority of the international students in Canada right now who could not have paid their school fees, they are relying on doing agent work to apply for visa for their friends, to use that money to pay their fees and survive. So
Don't be envious when you see them just posting. It's your money that they are using. Some of you are watching me right now. You can confirm. That guy charge you how much? 4-5K. He say they do visa give you. They do admission give you, right? 4-5K. Even they take go buy in car. 4-5K. Even where they take something life out for you. Because the life, I know the easy giver. So if that money where they take 6-7K. And some of them are making it big. Because they will get you on Instagram. They will get you when they post their statuses and then they are snow winter. Because you don't see Choco posting, you know, so me, I know they post pictures. They will get you. They are getting you right now. So don't worry. You know yourselves. You know right now. You paid already. You paid it already. You pay. How much have you paid? You pay 5,000. Yeah. The volume has gone down. Schools have lost so much money. They've drastically cut. In fact, some schools, you won't believe it, people. I just don't want to be making video focusing on individual schools. Else I will be doing videos every day telling you which school is closing programs, which school is closing their campuses. If I do it, these schools, they don't even deserve my publicity. They didn't even pay me a penny for me to be mentioning their name in the past. So I don't even, that is why you don't even see me talk about them. This is useless. When they make the money, do they even remember me? We are the ones who are generating the traffic for them. You know, so when we mention their name and then their dashboard crashes within 24 hours because we give them mad publicity. They don't even look for us to say, take a penny. Then this same chocolate millionaire will put fuel in his car, go to airport, go and pay the international students with fuel. And then when they finish, they will tell us our reward is in heaven because we are too good. We just do things for it. See, now all of them, their monies are all cutting. They say their monies all go down. No be so. Make me account, they mention their names for a year. They won't get it. Lie, they won't get it. You see, you don't see me mention their names again? Those stupid schools. Let me call them for what they are. They've lost their biggest source of revenue, which is the international students. So they have to fire their workers. They have to fire their staff. And some of the staff say, no, we ain't going nowhere. We are staying. We ain't going nowhere. We've seen what Donald Trump is doing in the US, laying people off. I ain't losing my job. Canada make hard. So some of the schools have decided to do what we call contract buyout. Meaning, okay, we know you don't want to go. We are going to pay you. Good severance pay. Good money so we can fire you. That's what is happening right now. Lecturers are losing their jobs because you guys are no longer coming in record number. See what I'm talking about? That's the effect here. So many of them. Campuses. Just imagine. A whole campus, several thousands of international students, the whole campus has to be shut down. In Toronto, several of the colleges have closed their campuses. In Ontario, several of the schools have closed down their campus because there are no students coming in. Not because the students don't want to come, because Canada government has reduced the volume of visas. So it's taking that effect on them. Finally, let me say this. And let me say this by using people's experiences. Listen to this part. This is the last update I'm going to give before I end my video. All right? And let me just be walking around a bit, okay? So people don't think this guy is mad. Why is he talking like, you know? Yeah. My wife is picking some stuff in the store here. We have an appointment around. You see how the snow, they fall from the roof? Did you just see that? The snow will fall like that. It can just hit you like a block like that. Okay. Finally, this is what is going to happen. So listen carefully. A lot of schools are going to use what I call draconian tactics. Listen to this. If you're an international student and you are currently in school, listen to this part. A lot of schools are going to use draconian tactics, meaning bad tactics, mischievous ways to get more money out of international students. Some of them are deliberately going to fail you so that you can re-register for another semester. Did you hear what I said? Okay. Some of you will be failing courses. You don't understand why you failed. You did that paper so well, that assignment so well, that project so well, but the lecturer still said, no, you got a low grade. You don't understand. Sometimes you'll be sitting there and thinking, is there something that is going on that I don't know of? I'm telling you, we are living in times where you are going to see me. I'm telling you this because I've talked to so many students. Of course, when I say so many, I've talked to students who have come to me with similar things. They are failing courses, not because they didn't show up in class. I'm talking about those of you who, when you even go out to go and urinate, you are in class, you go and urinate, and then you are coming back, Your lecturer will say because of that you are losing mark, or they kick you out of the program. And when they kick you out of the program, or that class, that particular class, when they kick you out that particular day, they kick you out, they say you are losing a mark because you didn't participate. So you cannot even go and urinate in peace and come back. I'm talking to some of you who, when you are taking exams and you even raise your head like this to look up, you are being failed. I'm saying some of the lecturers, let me say this with all confidence, because I've seen victims, people who have been victimized. And probably I will start naming and shaming some of the schools very soon. Those useless professors and lecturers who know their livelihoods are about to be affected because the international students are not coming the way they are coming in, using all kinds of dubious means to fail students who have worked so hard for their grades, because you want them to retake those courses. You want them to pay extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to register for another semester or take another full year program. See what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? Guys, I'm standing outside broadcasting. The wind is here. I cannot tell the wind, the effect of the wind. If you're watching, let me know if the wind is too strong. Because when I go inside the store right now, people are going to watch me like some mad person. Probably go and sit in my car. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit angry as I'm talking about this, because I've seen real students who are going through this. Some people call me and say, Choco, it's as if the school deliberately wants me to fail the course. They want me. I don't have another $5,000 to pay. And they are just deliberately failing. The list is like they are looking for a way to just fail you. And some of you, as we are talking right now, international students, you are so depressed because you have been failed. Not because you are not good enough. I'm not trying to make an excuse for those of you who are not going for lectures. You deserve to fail if you are not going for classes. You deserve to fail if you are not doing your assignments properly. But I'm talking of those of you who are on the bad side of receiving those kind of unfair treatment from your lecturers. It's about time you start coming together. Send me emails. Hey guys, if you're a victim of some of these things, send me an email, chocomillionaire@gmail.com, and give me all the evidence you can. If you have to even legally take them on. Look, I've seen a student from Africa, I won't mention the country, who has sued the college right now because of some of these things. The student was made to register for a course that these students should be like, all kinds of draconian tactics the schools are using now. Some of them are also becoming extremely unreasonable. If a student has a balance of school fees to pay, and then you go and request for a payment plan or whatever, they are outrightly refusing you. They literally just want you to be out of the program. I've seen this happen to people. I've seen people whose lives have been screwed because of it. They lost thousands of dollars. They lost a whole 1 year school fees, wasted their time, had to now struggle to raise another money to maintain their status as international students so that they can be able to complete successfully. Some of you have lost your status from international students, full-time students, to part-time. Not because you chose to be a part-time, but because a lecturer just decided to become a demon in your way, targeting you, punishing you for the nonsensical of things, failing you when you know you presented strong papers, because they want you to retake that course. Do you know how much it costs to register for just one course? At least $3,000 thereabout. You see, so imagine if this person has to take 3-4 courses. That's a lot of money. But I'm saying this is the time that you're going to see most of these schools do these things. You know why? Because the international students are not coming the way they used to come. They have to find a way to balance their books. Go and read it. Go and read it. Go and read it. You think corruption no day or you man land too. Corruption day here, papa. The only thing we say they are no corruption day here, papa. The thing they look, I've talked to some students and what they were put through, the thing just they pay me. You understand what I mean? The thing just they pay me. Right? The thing just is just too painful. Let me see if I can call. You go and talk to the schools and then they are so, oh my goodness. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Let me see if I can get somebody on the live. Let me read somebody on the live who has been through an experience. I'll keep the person's name anonymous so that they can share their experience with you.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that the person will pick. I'm calling somebody right now. And I know some of the colleges that are doing this. Some of them have this kind of lecturers who are like demons, just messing people's lives. I'll start mentioning their names. You reach out to me and start sending me all those evidences. We'll be shaming them. If you don't shame them, we'll make their schools unpopular. You see what I mean? We'll make their schools unpopular. It'll be money they look for. It'll be so. For them, it's business. Business as usual. Print the certificates out. Let them get it. Send me an email, chocomillionaire@gmail.com if you're a victim of this. A lot of your colleagues are going through this right now. Are you facing a rewrite? Or you have to take another? Or you lost your status from what? Student, full-time student to part-time. Some of you don't even know. They will deceive you and tell you, oh, just register for this, and then you will get a credit. Before you register, you realize that your status has not changed from full-time to part-time. How are you going to use part-time to now go get a postgraduate work permit? Then you realize you have to pay this amount of money before you can even start. You know what I mean? And then you go out there, you are looking for a job, you are not even getting a job too. And then you sit and then you are just so depressed. Do you know what a lot of students are going through right now? Because stakeholders who are supposed to be protecting international students are all taking advantage. They are all taking advantage. You see it? All right. Malik, look on the screen and read this. I was nearly denied a graduation because of an elective subject I took. Meanwhile, it was in the list of subjects the school provided. You see people coming out, tell you their stories. Do you know how many people? Just this past few days, I talked to an international student who came to me. And then when I reviewed the situation, I just wow. That even if you are doing a test or whatever, and some of them, when you even do your eyebrow like this, they will fail you. When the person is writing the exam, they should be a robot, sitting down like this, robot. They can't even turn their neck. How? Yet you have no evidence that they are cheating. And then you fail them. You take them out. If somebody gets out to go and even urinate, they cannot even come back to the class. How? How? And these things are going on in colleges. You can't talk about it. Me, I will shame them, pa. I will shame them, pa. You see what I mean? Because these people, they use we all. You see what I mean? The donkey job where I do give them all. They know themselves. The donkey job where we do give them all, direct traffic give them. No be where we make Canada popular for them. Until 2021 when we started doing this kind of video, how many people were coming to Canada in this number? Was it not when we started doing this kind of videos? How many content creators can you see who are doing the kind of videos I was doing? Real life, driving, going on campus, talking to people, picking people on stuff for free. And we did all these things. They don't even have the common sense to look for the good Samaritans on the ground who are making the international students transition here better. All they care about is their big monies that they will get. Increasing school fees crazily. School fees that is 14,000 the next day, 15,000. The next year, 16,000. The next year, 18,000. Then right now, about 20,000 useless courses. When you finish, you can't even get a job at Tim Hortons with it. Charlie, God bless you. We'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.